I have no mount. Fuck. Hard to play this with the beauty. Just want to stop and screenshot all the time. Look at the foliage. I don't even know if my mic's on, to be honest. Oh shit. God, this is pretty. Just so beautiful. These resources persist when killed. Yeah, so don't hit a sec. Basically, just kill this motherfucker. I should have overrid him. Fuck! I didn't mean to do all that. I should switch my outfits too. I shouldn't even fought him, man. It's stupid. I didn't even get him. Blow, blow, blow. Okay, good. Get a critical. No, critical. Come on, bro. Get up, son. Hang on. What the fuck? I didn't even mean to do all that. I'm not even wearing the right outfit. I'm just wearing this for looks. I don't even know what their weakness is, dude. I don't even know. Probably Frost. Probably Frost. Ah, there's two. I don't have any bombs. Come on, bro. No? I don't have any weapon stamina, huh? Ooh, what do I... Let's try this. Let's try this. Let's go and shock him. Let's do a big shock. Yeah, I love this. Love this fucking, one. Let's see if I got Valor. Any Valor. Yeah, let's do it, baby. Come on, stand up, bitch. There we go. Let's see what this does to him. Try this on for size, fellows. Come on, no criticals? Ah, he's down. Fuck. Ah, he's down. Ah, come on! Get up, you bitch! Fuck it, I blew it. I blew the pooch. What a disjointed fight. This is terrible. It's terrible, man. It's terrible. I don't even have the weapons. I don't feel like switching them out either. Fucking, I don't know what to use, dude. What are they weak to? They're weak to purge water, of course. Dang, I don't even need that shit, bro. Dang, horns are garbage. I don't need them. You little fang, you little fangy horn, you. You know what? Fuck it. Let's just switch outfits. These are bullshit enemies. I don't feel like using my good shit on them, so let's just use a melee outfit. Fighting a fang horn, bro. Oh, I should have overrode them. Fucking horns. I don't even need these. I should sell them. I doubt I'll really need those to upgrade anything going forward. You're weak to purge water. I don't have any fucking purge water on me. I don't really feel like switching either. Damn, I don't have paste. I'll just hit you with the regular bolt blaster. Oh, get took, son. Get took with the bolt blaster. How you like me now, fella? Alright, I'm done playing with you. I'm done playing with you guys. I don't need you guys anymore. I don't need you guys anymore. You don't do shit for me. You have nothing I need. Y'all is a bunch of chumps. Am I even going the right way? Sort of. I need a mount, baby. You little peccary. Let me see if my mic's on. Is my mic on? Let me check. Mute broadcast. Yeah, my mic should be on. Alright, yeah, my mic has been on. At least I believe so. So you can all hear the wonderful knowledge that I'm spitting forth. I haven't been providing any knowledge. I've just been fucking around. What do we got? A stormy bird?
So these are the ruins of San Francisco.
Yeah, baby. We've been in San Francisco, Aloy. We done been in San Francisco for a hot minute, bitch.
I hope Alva and Quinn can help me find it.
Yeah, we done been in San Fran, baby. We didn't... Well, I guess we got here last night, but... Oh my god, it's pretty! What is that face? That out-of-breath face is so hideous. God, I just want to screenshot constantly, but I gotta stop myself. Like, I literally want to screenshot this so I can get the ruins in the background. It's very Forbidden West-esque. Like, all the promotional footage, this is all they showed. And this is like 1/3 of the game. You don't even get here until more than halfway through. Why am I going towards those jerks? No, we don't want to... Fucking Watchers. Are there... No, those are... Yeah, Watchers. There are... Actually, I might need those guys. There are fucking Watchers in the game. We didn't even know that.
Must be a red-eye watcher.
More than half the game, no Watchers. Come on, dick lickers. It's critical, you buddy. Yeah. They're strong, the red-eye ones, man. They're fucking kind of strong. Of course, whenever I get the Resonator Blast, I gotta start using those much, much better. Whenever I fucking get them, it just... It's too late, basically. I might need Red Eye Watcher, primary nerves or whatever. I'm just gonna hit him. There's fucking Watchers in the game. Like, why do they wait so long to introduce... Oh my god, I got no berries. Why did they wait so long to introduce those jerks? What was that covering? Like, he didn't even have any... Is that even a thing? Okay, it's a thing. I'm just gonna hammer you, buddy. I'm not even gonna go smart. Just take it to you. Nothing. Nothing really useful. Where's that part that we knocked off? I guess that wasn't a part. They don't have shit, the Watchers. But I think I need the primary nerves. I might need them for something, I think. Apex, Watcher, fucking primary nerves or whatever. Oh, there's a whole big wide world, baby. It's like you get to San Francisco and this is a game in itself. This could be an expansion. Just San Fran, baby. God, it is pretty. It is so pretty. I need a fucking mount is what I need. God, this shit looks good. It's at 60 too. I'm running this shit at 60 frames. This is fucking spectacle, man. Best looking open world game ever. I think it's probably the best looking game ever. Probably looks like dog shit on stream, but that's not my fault. That's PlayStation and YouTube's fault. Twitch, or yeah, YouTube. Their fault, not my fault. Maybe it's my internet's fault a little bit. It's just so pretty, like so pretty. It's one of those games that's so beautiful, it's just hard to play. It's so pretty, it's hard to play. I don't know if many people can relate to that. Probably not. There are certain games, very few, that are so gorgeous, such technical showcases. They're literally hard to play because you just want to screenshot all the time. You just want to like look at the spectacle. You want to dive in, man, deep dive into the plant physics and into the lighting and the animation work and just the fidelity. It's just hard not to stare at it. It's hard not to stare at it and just actually play it. Like this epitomizes that maybe more than any other game. Plus it's huge and open and there's just so much to do already. You need to like be focused and kind of consolidate and be efficient. But it's like, God, it looks so good. If this was a linear game, like fucking super linear, limited as hell, like Hellblade, it would still like you know, you'd still want to stop and fucking play, but it wouldn't be so bad because at least it would be so short and limited. You could stop to smell the roses. With this game, it's like you stop to smell the roses and you're 200 hours later. You've spent 200 hours fucking platinuming it, you know, which is probably what it's going to be for me. At least what it says on PlayStation, I probably haven't actually spent. I think it has me at like 120 hours or something. I haven't actually spent that much time playing. A lot of it's idle time, but still, it's like more than half of that is not idle time. It's actual playtime. Like, I've probably spent at least 70 hours on this bitch. Like, just hardcore playing. Like, there's a lot of game here, man. And it's so pretty. Well, not hardcore playing, just doing whatever I do. And it's, I don't have any fucking health. What am I doing, man? I'm gonna totally die. I have no health. I don't even see plants. Fuck, what am I doing? And there's a pelican, which I want. Yo, pelican! Ah, I missed the pelican. But man, it's just so beautiful. So beautiful. I'm gonna die any second. Death. I need a potion. Serpentine pattern! Serpentine! Serpentine until I can find health. I don't think I have any health. Oh my god, I don't. I do. Let's just use it. Use the health! I pressed the wrong button, that was my fault. I serpentined their ass. I did a Will Ferrell on them. That's what's really good. And my kid is totally in my screen. I can't even see. Really. Don't even know where I'm going, basically. That damn truck, man. I gotta move that truck. Fucking giant electric truck. Just right in front of my TV. And he stands on it. Just not great for seeing what you're doing. That looks like there should be something in it, but there never is. Can't even make contact with it. Oh, man. Can't see. It is so pretty. As pretty as the game is, it gets more beautiful when you hit San Fran. Because the lighting is just so bright. It's so bright. This game looks so good, man, in the bright lights. Because the textures and the fidelity are so nice. It's not a game that needs to be hidden. It's like, you put the bright lights on and the shit shines. And it's at 60. I almost want to put it at 30 just to see. But I won't. For now. Damn, dude, can you fucking, like, chill? I can't see. God damn. Alright, there's the grapple point. I wonder where that leads. Gotta love the new mechanics. This is a copy-paste. J-Rock from fucking Twitter. Copy-paste, baby. Yeah, copy-paste, right. Yeah. Totally. I just glide-winged over to a glide-winged over and in midair hit a grapple point, and then a fucking ledge, a grabbable ledge, broke as I was trying to get up. And oh, by the way, the fucking grabbable points are also highlighted, which wasn't the case before. Like, bro, every element. You can't play the game for... you can't play the game for like more than 10 minutes without seeing new shit. What's wrong, dude? What's wrong? And why can't I get you anywhere? Oh, it's this way. Okay. Can't play the game. What is wrong? You're just whacking it. You're not even doing anything. Like, come on, man. I know you're upset, but there's really nothing to be upset about. You know you're just getting frustrated at nothing. You gotta calm down. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Wait, what are we doing here? Oh, we have children on me. Oh, this is gonna be one of those thingies. One of those guys. It's one of those guys. I wish I had played this all the way through and not stopped, because then I could have made like a 2 or 3 minute video about it. Posted it to Twitter and tagged J-Rock. Because it's like, look at, oh, this is all fucking new, man. This is all new. Even this is new. Like, look at this. This is all new. With the grapple pulling things, like, pulling new ledges open and glide wing to a grapple point. Grappling at all. Like, it's all friggin' new, man. And this is just the tip of the iceberg. Tip of the iceberg. There's so much more. It's like you can't play the game. Literally, it's not even... Why can't I get up there? It's not hyperbole, man. You literally can't play the game unless you're trying to. For more than 10 minutes without seeing new elements. Like, I don't even know how you would. And it's not just, you know, from machine types to everything, man. There's so many new machines. There's so much new everything. You get mad when I talk because it's diverting attention from you. And you get worried. Yeah, I know, but you think the people on YouTube get mad as well because they just want to see the game. I think it's a mutual feeling.
Daddy.
Daddy.
Hi.
Hi. Hug. Hug. I don't think anybody's watching anyway. I don't know how many people watch on replay, maybe 30. And nobody cares about me. They only care about the people who don't know jack squat about games and are just idiots. Those are the people who get views. I mean, it's just true. Even the biggest PlayStation fans, it's like, if you want to isolate it to just PlayStation, like, MVG's fun. He's excited about PlayStation, but like, man, guy doesn't know shit. He doesn't know shit. Speaks wrong, like, misinformation about so much. I mean, he's good, I guess, for the brand, like, sort of. But then at times he's not, because he's just wrong about things. Like PlayStation Plus and the PlayStation Plus Premium rebranding, he calls it. Like, stop. It's not even a rebrand. It's literally the same thing as PlayStation Now and PlayStation Plus combined. No, it's not. Stop saying that. Don't say literally, bro. Just to make your point, just to make it seem like you were right, the narrative you were trying to run beforehand. Like, no, dude.
Got it.
You weren't right. It's not the same thing unless the PSP games and PS1 games are already on PlayStation Now, unless native PS5 games are already on PS Now, and they're not, buddy.
Grab the drone's data now.
So it's like, come on, man. People try to push their narratives, even if it's something that goes against what would typically be their narrative. They'll push it anyway to save face. If it's something they had pushed, like he had said, oh, it's just gonna be a rebranding. It's just gonna be a rebranding. It's not gonna, the new PlayStation Plus thing is not gonna have anything new. It's gonna be a rebranding. That's what he was saying, even though he loves PlayStation. So he literally lies when it comes out, even though it goes against his narrative of PlayStation being amazing and loving PlayStation. But it cosigns what he had said before, makes him look right. It's like, you care more about your pride than the truth? Like, come on, man. And that's such small potatoes. Like, I would never. As biased as I am, as passionate as I am, some people want to say blindly passionate. I would disagree. But it's like, I would never. Maybe I just don't have enough ego. Like, come on, man. Like, get the facts straight. Let's stop it here. Let's stop it. All the people fucking talking about, oh, it's more expensive than game, bro. If you take the monthly price, Game Pass does not have yearly pricing. They don't have a yearly pricing model that makes it any cheaper. PlayStation Plus Premium will have a yearly pricing model that makes it significantly cheaper. If you're a huge gaming fan, obviously you will always go for a yearly pricing model, as long as there is a discount. And it is the extreme discount, to where it makes it 1/3 cheaper than Game Pass. So it's cheaper than Game Pass, unless you're a casual who's going to get on a 1 month basis. Who the fuck is getting PlayStation Plus or Game Pass or PS Plus Premium or PS Now even on a 1 month? Maybe PS Now, but it's like, just because it's a flimsy service. Like, come on, man. Ain't nobody getting PlayStation Plus on a month-to-month basis. I mean, some people are, but like, why? Why would you why would you do that? Like, why? I don't understand. It's so ridiculous. It's absurd. Why would you ever do that? I'm gonna take the monthly pricing. It's 3 times more expensive. I'll go monthly. I guess you don't have 120. You can't spend 120 at a time, but I can understand doing like a month on 1 or 2 or 3 particular months, but like overall, yearly pricing is gonna be way more important to anyone who's a legitimate gamer. Like, just way more important to have better yearly pricing. You want to save money in the long term, like, rather than the short term. Fucking ridiculous, bro. People they either don't know the truth or they are lying. And they get views, and they get attention. Fucking ridiculous. Ridiculous. As soon as I get my shit together, I'm going on cam, and I'm gonna fucking actually try. I'm not gonna just throw on a stream. I'm gonna try, man, and I'm gonna fucking try to inform the world and give the world something it needs.
This is landfall, right? I'm looking for Alba.
You have sheep who are following sheep. People with no opinion following people with no opinion. People who don't think for themselves following people who don't think for themselves. I'm going to try to hit that market of people who are free thinkers. People who actually have their own opinions. People who don't just read headlines and don't just go by what the media says. People who actually make up their own minds. People who have their own thoughts, whether you like PlayStation, whether you don't, it doesn't matter. I want some original thought. I want some compelling conversation. Something more than don't just post a fucking article or mimic or parrot an article. Like, give me some fucking thought, man. Think about it. Give me something interesting. Hardly anybody does that. And we all push our own agendas. We all do it.
Is Alva here? I need to talk to her.
One day I will get my shit together and do that. One day. Or I won't, but I would like to. It's so needed, so necessary, man.
Lurking in such a guise.
I am no threat, okay? Back on the mainland, your soldiers fired on.
There's gotta be some people out there who care about,
None of those you engaged survived to bear witness.
who care about these
I
things.
held off on your squad.
Who are passionate about the industry. Who want fresh and interesting perspectives. The amount of people who are sheep is just almost everybody, like, as far as gaming fans. The amount of people who just literally praise Elden Ring and will not admit there's one flaw in the game. I have had almost nobody agree with me that there's even a flaw in the game. Like, people are deluded, they're blind, and they're fucking sheep.
What have you divined? What is she?
And it's sad. It's sad, man.
How can she appear as Sobek and yet know
sad.
Nothing of our ways? Are we to believe that a
Disgraceful.
living ancestor was born to this wretched land?
Absolutely
an ocean
disgraceful.
apart from the realm of the chosen? And if so, to what end?
Worship fucking Metacritic
I
scores.
cannot answer.
So
Only she can.
these scores are so inaccurate and corrupt at times.
No
It's
falsehood will
unbelievable.
satisfy us.
They're
Now
based
speak.
on hype. They're based
Why
on
are you
influence. They're based on
What is your purpose?
the respect
I'm
for the
looking
developer.
for a place
They're based
called
on
Thieves.
things that the publisher offers, to influence, like
Alva
gifts.
told me a little bit about what you're after.
Money for advertising influences
I
it.
guess you could say.
So bias, obviously agendas. So many things. So many things, dude. If a game builds up enough hype, it will often benefit in the score. There's so many things. So many things. You can't just be a slave to the Metacritic score.
The final resting
We all
place
love to
of
use
Ted
Metacritic
Farrow's
when it suits our
secrets.
agenda, of
It
course.
isn't far,
But
the way is closed to us.
I mean,
Machine attacks
gotta be
have cut us
realistic about
off from the
things.
site. Diviner Alva is there,
about double
along with a
standards,
complement of diggers and
you
soldiers.
have to do that. You
Is
have
she
to.
all right?
You've got to point out double
Our
standards.
scouts tell us that a machine has
Otherwise,
our
what kind of
people
world are we living in?
behind their defenses, but they're holding out.
When people hold certain things accountable, certain things not accountable, which do just as bad or more egregious things.
Machines, huh?
targeting, when targeting is acceptable,
Volva told us that
it's
you
not
were
good,
indeed
man. It's not
formidable.
good. This is prevalent in all of society, but,
But I have a few questions first.
We
you know,
will
gaming I'm
answer
passionate
what
about,
we
so that's
can.
where I identify it. And it comes off as just an agenda, that I'm pushing an agenda, because it all seems to fit that agenda. Like, of course, Sony games are underrated, Microsoft games are overrated, or this game, if it's not exclusive, is overrated. It just comes down to the facts, man. It comes down to the facts. As I can list A, B, C, D, E, F, G, Y. Like, Halo Infinite is not an 87, and I'm sorry, it's just not. It's just not. It comes down to lack of biome diversity. It comes down to lack of enemy variety. It comes down to horrible, like 2001 vehicle controls. It comes down to bad AI. It comes down to, you know, average story. Like, there's just nothing standout except for the controls, the combat controls. Combat controls are very good, but it's like, come on, man. You look at the work some of these other developers put into their games, into their open world games. And then you're going to spit out Halo Infinite, and you're going to tell me that's an 87? That's got the same score, basically, as this? You look at the enemy variety in this and Halo Infinite. You look at the... Yes, they're very different games, but still. You look at the biome diversity. You look at the just graphics. I know graphics are overrated, but come on. It's all part of the soup. You look at the story. Like, it's, the voice acting, the production. Like, come on, man. Like... It's all subjective at the end of the day, but certain games, you can literally break down each element and say, okay, this is superior, this is superior, this is superior, where everything almost is superior. Like, so then it's like, what do you prioritize? Like, what is more important to you? Tighter controls for one aspect, or like the entire thing being better in every other aspect? Like, it's wild to me. Wild to me. I just don't understand it when it's so blatant in your face and people accept it. Like, how is Halo Infinite 87? How does that happen? How is this rated lower than the previous game? How? In what way? Games are supposed to improve over time, sure. But this goes well beyond that. Well beyond that. We're not just talking better graphics and a few more enemy types and a few more weapons. We're talking every fucking area. They exhaustively improved. Like, it is overwhelming how improved this game is. And it's rated lower. Like, how does that fucking happen? How was Halo Infinite 87? How was Elden Ring a 97 when it came out, and then it dropped to a 96? And then other games are getting thrashed for technical issues, and the game was a mess. Like, how, dude? Because it's got a fucking open world? Because they put an open world in a Souls-like? Whoop-de-doo. It's cool. That's great. It's good. It's a good thing, but... And it's not a terrible open world, but it's not John Linneman greatest open world of all time. Are you kidding? What makes that open world better than what Oblivion had in 2006? I'm not even talking Skyrim or anything recent. What makes it better? It's worse than what Oblivion had. There's less to do. There's less variety. There's nothing to do other than killing things and finding collectibles. That's it. It's not bad. It's good. For Souls-like, it's good. They did a good job with it. Huge open world. Certainly not perfect, but it's good. But the hyperbole is just wild, man. It's like when people get something good, when they have an agenda, it's like amazing. But they don't have the facts to back it up. Like, they just don't. Elden Ring did not deserve a 97. It just didn't. Unless we're judging on a curve, unless technical issues no longer matter, unless copying certain elements don't matter. But of course it did in Days Gone, and Ghost of Tsushima, and this, Ubisoft Towers, and all that shit. Like, but it doesn't matter when it's Elden Ring, and we've got the same animations we had in 2009. When we have the same +5 Uchi Katanas that we had in Demon's Souls. When we have the same format, formula, animations, combat, fucking everything, with just some slight evolution. And this is a new IP. It doesn't matter then. But it matters because there's Ubisoft Towers Horizon and Forbidden West is just a copycat Ubisoft Towers. Man, even that is wrong. Even that is fucking wrong. The UB towers that are in this game aren't just fucking UB towers. They're not just towers you climb and unlock more of the map. Each one is different. Each tall neck is fucking different. First of all, the tall necks in general were a very creative way to do it. And they were like a puzzle. And they're even more of a puzzle in this game. Each one's different. You're not just trying to find a high spot, jump onto it. Each one's different. One you have to shoot with these grapples that'll weigh it down so you can get to it, and you shoot it in strategic spots, and you have to from different points. Others, they're like puzzles, things you have to unlock in order to climb and in order to find the spot. And there's more, man. There's so many. Like, there was a tall neck in a cauldron, and you had to find the head of it and like get it put back together, and then you ride the thing out of the fucking cauldron. Like, they're all different, man. Like, it's such a good evolution of the formula. To just say it's UB Tower bullshit, copycat bull, is so lazy and pathetic and just embarrassing and disheartening. Like, it's so fucking conveniently lazy, dude. Play the fucking game. No, it's not copycat Ubisoft. Get the fuck out of here, bro. Elden Ring has a clouded map, and you go to points to uncover and uncloud the map. Same concept. Like, get the fuck out of here, bro. Because you climb tall necks, and you don't even really climb them in this, all of them. There's totally different ways that you get to override the tall necks. Like, no, man, it's bullshit. It's all fucking trash, bro. It's trash, these narratives out here. They're fucking trash, dude. They're trash, and people fall for it. People fucking fall for it. They eat it up. They regurgitate this nonsense, and it hurts the product. It hurts the fucking product, man. This should have broken records. There is no reason why it shouldn't have. It shouldn't have been 88. Should have been in the 90s. Probably the low 90s, from my experience so far. Probably 93. Probably like a 93. From my experience so far. It's groundbreaking, benchmark visuals, next gen out the ass, DualSense, fucking global illumination, all types of next gen features with the ray traced audio, and it's got obviously the fast loading, and it has improved water and foliage for next gen, and more, and just a lot, man. Like, it's a spectacle. It is next gen out the ass. It's fucking gorgeous and just so good and so improved, and it's showy. It's like fucking metal dinosaurs. Like, it's showy. This should be a record breaker, man. There's no reason why we should have any negativity. It was $60 too. It wasn't $70. It was $60 with a free upgrade to PS5. If you wanted to spend $60 brand new day one, you could. If you didn't, you could spend more. But it was $60. It wasn't $70. Like, it had a free upgrade. No microtransactions. Like, what the fuck? And there was still negativity surrounding this game. Still just that rhetoric of, oh, Ubisoft Tower shit, and when's it coming to PC? And of course, the whole flying mount thing, they had to stop with that. That was a huge agenda they were trying to push for years, really. Because the game's cross-gen, it's not going to have flying mounts because of a quote about the development of the original game. And they conveniently attached it to this game and tried to say because it's cross-gen, Guerrilla can't do flying mounts. That hurts the game. That's why cross-gen's bad. Oh, they do have flying mounts. Spoiler alert. Shame Sony didn't push that further in ads and in the pre-release footage. They didn't really talk about it because they didn't want it to be a spoiler. But they should have. Sony's marketing is terrible. They don't understand. They don't understand today's society. They actually think people care about quality and surprises and secrets and fun. Nobody cares about that anymore. People care more about headlines than quality. Sony doesn't understand that. They're in the dark ages in terms of marketing and PR. That's one of the only things Microsoft dominates them in. Dominates them in marketing. Microsoft understands how the game works, man. They don't understand how games work because their games largely aren't that good, but they understand how the game works overall. Sony just doesn't. There was no reason why this should have undersold. And yeah, it sold well, but that's still underselling when your first game, which is a new IP, sells 20 million copies on with half the install base. Now you have double the install base, a better game, and the original sold 20 million units. This should have broken records. This should have broken records. It should have broken The Last of Us 2's like 3-day record of like 4 million in 3 days. It should have broken every record, every first party record. It just should have. This was the Killzone 2 of the Horizon IP. This will go down as the best Horizon game ever made. At least in my book. At least in reality, not this fictional Matrix world that they want to put on people. Say it's worse than the first game. Fuck out of here. I think Survivor said that too. He said something like, it was him or someone like him. I think it was him. It was someone who did a review that's on Metacritic, gave it like a 6. And said in virtually every area it's worse than the first game. Like, that's literally the antithesis. Like, factually it's wrong. It's just wrong factually. Like, you could argue story, I guess. And every other area is wrong. It's just like, it's wrong. There's more of everything, better of everything. Like, it's improved everywhere. It's crazy, man. This game deserved nothing but love. Nothing but love. And it got a lot of negativity. You couldn't make a post pre-launch and not see one of the first comments. When's it coming to PC? Like, shut the fuck up. When's it coming to PC? I don't know, a year or two? Maybe? Like, speculating? Like, shut the fuck up. Buy the game. PC is a reality. Games aren't day one. Games aren't coming to PC under a year. That hasn't happened yet. There's no precedent for it. Unless it's made by a third party who demands that. Like Death Stranding. Like, come on, man. There's no precedent for it. Stop creating narratives. Idiots saying in 6 months after launch it'll come to PC. Don't buy it on PS5. You're wrong. You're lying and you're spreading lies and bad lies. They're not even close to being plausible. Like, it's not plausible. This is not coming. What has it been out for like 2 months? A month and a half? This is not coming to PC in 4 months from now. It's just not. Like, it's not even plausible what these people say. Like, stop it. If you want to troll, at least try to sound like you know what you're talking about. Fucking sad. Sad, man. I get the microtransaction thing for Gran Turismo. I get it. I understand that. What I don't understand is how much hate it got. How the double standard is where we attack this one but not that one. Let's get them all. And the fact that nobody shows the other side of it. Look at Gran Turismo Sport. It wasn't even said to be a service game in the beginning. And it got more than doubled its content over its lifetime, all for free. Gran Turismo 7 is being called a service game. It's gonna do the same thing, maybe more. Probably won't be double just because the car counts would be so crazy then, but it's gonna get so much free shit. Like, if you're gonna talk about the microtransactions, at least talk about why they're there. It's because the game has to be supported for years and years with free shit. Like, it needs a budget to back it up. I mean, it needs liquid. It needs money from somewhere. They need to make money. You don't get shit for free. You don't get jack shit for free, man. I still don't like the microtransactions, but at least be fair. At least be fair. Like, did we already get the free cars and shit? I think they're coming. They're coming this month. The first content dump that we'll get probably have dozens. It's like, be fair. At least be fair. At least be fair. Let's go attack fucking Assassin's Creed, baby. Same shit. Premium currency. Worse, actually. It's not the same shit. Premium currency, Helix credits, in a single player game that's not even really like a service game per se. Like, they're not getting huge free expansions and huge content dumps that I know of. All that shit, you gotta pay for it. The Ragnarok expansion, the other expansions, the season passes, all that, you gotta pay for all that shit. And they're throwing the premium currency in there. And you don't think that changed the design philosophy? You don't think Assassin's Creed Odyssey was harder to grind shit in because they wanted to sell Helix credits? I never played it. I played plenty of Assassin's Creed, but I heard that game was a massive grind. Like Shadow of War. Literally, the microtransactions influenced the design philosophy. That game supposedly is a massive grind to the point where it's almost like there's almost like a wall where it almost forces you to buy microtransactions. Like, let's go after everybody. Let's go after everybody, man. Tales of Arise. Everybody loves that game. All love. I hyped the shit out of that game before it came out. I haven't even played it. Yeah, I haven't even bought it either. It looked great though. It looked great, and it looked great on Unreal Engine visually, and I was excited. You know, Unreal 4 was even looking good on next gen, but that game has egregious microtransactions. Egregious. Everything that you could do in a single player game, they do. It's a totally single player game. It's not service based. They're not giving you loads of free content. Everything they can do. It's not just outfits, shit like that. It's they're selling XP. They're selling the ability to level up, the premium currency. They're selling XP boosters. They're selling money boosters. They're selling songs. They're fucking selling songs. They're selling songs, man. They're selling songs. Like soundtrack songs, whatever, for the game. Selling songs, dude. Like Gran Turismo gave just a couple weeks after launch, they gave like 70, 80 new songs, something like, bro, they're selling songs in Tales of Arise. XP boosters, level boosters, money boosters, straight up premium currency, like everything. Not just outfits and shit. Songs, like fucking everything, bro. Let's go after everybody. Let's not target. Let's go after everybody if you really want to do that. It's worse what Tales of Arise did. They're not a service game. They have no justification for it. Did you hear anybody criticize that? Like, hardly anybody, dude. You gotta fucking search on like 4chan or some shit to find someone. I'm like, nobody criticized that. Some dickhead post a criticism from like fucking 4chan or something. Like, bro, try harder. Show me all the major media outlets. Not one either. Show me all the major media outlets. Show me how hot it got on Twitter and M4G about it. Fuck out of here, dude. Fuck out of here. This is reality, bro. I'm not a kid either. You're not gonna show me one example, one flimsy example to try to embarrass me. No, this is reality. I eat, sleep, breathe it. I'm in gaming. I know it, man. Fuck out of here, dude. I know what the temperature is. I'll take a screenshot of the thermometer at one extreme time and say, "Oh, this is what the temperature is." No, I can feel it day to day. Fuck out of here with that shit. Trying to tell me Tales of Arise gets the same criticism as Gran Turismo. Trying to tell me that Assassin's Creed gets the same criticism. Even Forza had loot boxes at one point. It survived and thrived. It just kept doing better and better and growing bigger and bigger and being more positive and getting reviewed better and better. Did that hurt it so bad? No. I heard some criticism at the time, but no. Even now they have wheel spins. And you can pay to get more wheel spins by getting a VIP pass. In Forza Horizon 5 as well, they sold early access to the game, which I hate. I hate that practice. Sony doesn't do it really much. Sifu had it. I think MLB The Show had it, but that's MLB The Show is like, it's really a different situation nowadays. I don't even consider that a Sony game hardly. They were cuckolded by fucking Major League Baseball to make the game multi-platform, put it on Xbox for free, basically. And now Switch, and it's gonna be on PC. Like, they were forced to do it. It's just, I hope they give the license up. Once the deal is over, I hope they don't pursue the license again. Just give it up, let it go. Let San Diego make something good. I love MLB The Show. It's great. I'm excited. Today's opening day. I'm going to play it a little bit. But I'm going to play it on Xbox because it's on Game Pass, man. And I have a terrible Series S, and it's going to look worse. It's not going to have any dual sense. The 3D audio probably won't be as good. It's going to be a shittier experience, but it's like Sony made that decision for me by agreeing to be strong-armed by Major League Baseball and having to put it out everywhere. So it is what it is. I hope they give it up, though. I hope after 2 or 3 years they're done with it. Have a whole multi-platform strong-arming by Major League Baseball, making them put it on Xbox and presumably Switch. Probably has hurt the game. The last 2 MLB The Shows since it went multi-platform have been the lowest rated in almost the history of the franchise. Like, I think there was one MLB The Show that was on a console that was like rated worse, like in the early days, but in like the past decade, I believe those are the 2 lowest rated back to back ever since it went multi-platform. It's not a big surprise. Like, having to optimize for like multiple platforms and basically getting your soul taken away from you, like being forced to put it on the competitor and basically for free. Sucks, man. Like, probably took their soul. The game probably does feature, it probably does promote microtransactions more. Diamond Dynasty probably is a harder grind now because they gotta make up the money. It's not gonna sell as well on PlayStation when you can get it elsewhere. It also can take more effort, more money to produce it for other platforms and optimize. You're also not going to probably be able to optimize as well for a specific platform. You're not designing the game for one platform. So it's not going to be as special. It's not going to be as well optimized. You're not going to be able to truly get the most out of it. So it probably is watered down. I mean, it's still probably an amazing baseball game. I'll see what kind of disaster the Series S has to show me. Because the Series S is ass. Series ass, man. It is garbage. This fucking Xbox Series ass. I would have never bought it. I would have rebuilt my PC or held out for an X or whatever. You can get Series X now. They're available for like a week. I forget where, at Target or something. Yeah, just a mistake. Nobody should buy a Series S. Just don't. I fell for it. Don't buy it. It's garbage. It's trash. Even the old games, it doesn't run nearly as well as the Series X, and oftentimes not even as well as the Xbox One X, which is the last gen system. It's trash. It's a piece of trash. It is a garbage console. It's $300, but you can get a PS5 digital for $100 more for $400. My God, if you don't have a next gen console and you're on a budget, just get a PS5 digital. Do not get a Series S. Oh my God, it's so much worse. So much worse. Everyone's saying that, like, oh, that's the best deal in game. No, the best deal in gaming is a PS5 digital. By far. The Series S is what it is. It's just, you get what you pay for. It's not a great deal. It's a deal. It's a deal. It's a deal. You get what you pay for, man. You get 364 gigabytes of storage for games. It's like nothing. You're going to get terrible specs, which lead to horrible resolution and performance. It just sucks, man. Sucks. The system is garbage. And obviously with the Xbox, you're not getting DualSense and all that good shit, but in the games, obviously. You're just basically going to be a slave to Game Pass. Whatever they throw on there, whatever slop they throw on Game Pass is what you're playing. If you want someone to choose for you what you're going to play, then only have Game Pass. Go for it. Be a casual. I mean, if you're a casual or a kid, that's fine. No problem with that. If you're like a legitimate hardcore gamer and you have income, like, PS5 is what you need if you want for console. You know, if you want to play on console, it's just a better product. You know, but if you're really on a budget, I understand why Game Pass. I have Game Pass and PlayStation 5. But Game Pass is a nice. It's a nice, not substitute. It's a nice. It's like an appetizer. It's like a nice support system to have to fuck around with. You know, just to fuck around with. A nice little bullshit system to have. Not the Series S, just something that has a Game Pass to fuck around with. If you like indie games, it's good. There's some good indies on there at times, day one. But as your main entree, hell no. You want to be eating garbage, maybe. I like steak. I like steak and potatoes. Give me some garlic mash, some steak, and some broccoli. Some nice seasoned broccoli. That's what I like, man. You want to eat a fucking hungry man, go for it. That's what Game Pass is. It's cheap, but it's also shit. You know, it's cheap, but it's also a mediocre product. It's junk food. It's cheap, but it's junk food, man. It is what it is. There's a place for both, 100%. There's a place for microwavable dinners, and there's a place for 5-star premium quality cuisine. I prefer quality cuisine. Can't always afford it, but I prefer it. There's a place for both, absolutely. And there's a place for having both. Like, I'm excited to try Weird West. It doesn't look great, but it looks fun. I've been excited about the game for a while. And when it came out, I was a little disappointed seeing reviews. Some of the elements wasn't as good sounding as what I'd hoped, but I've been excited about that game for a while. I would definitely try it. I'll see what MLB is like on the Series S. It's just sad to me that I'm so encouraged not to buy the game because I have it on Game Pass, and I know it's going to be terrible on Game Pass on a Series S compared to playing on a PS5. So it's just sad, that whole situation, but you know, I'll try it because I like baseball. It's opening day, baby. You know, there's some other indies and shit. Guardians was on there, which is a good thing. We like those old games for sure. I mean, everybody talks about Game Pass. It's day one games. That's what. No, what Game Pass survives because of old games. Game Pass is great because of old games. The day one games mean almost nothing. You've had 2 AAA day one first party exclusives that are actually new. Flight Simulator is not new. Also, I don't even want to get into Flight Simulator. It's a joke how much hype that game. A fucking joke. Sure, good simulator. It's a fucking flying simulator. When's the last time Bus Simulator got that much hype? When's the last time fucking Submarine Simulator, Train Simulator got hype like that? The overhype kills me, man. It's just inaccurate. It's not right. It's not right, man. It's not fucking right. Nobody cared about a flight simulator before then. Maybe 100,000 people. And now millions, tens of millions cared so much. Fuck out of here, dude. And it was a port. It's a year-old port. Fuck out of here. Fuck out of here, bro. Fucking agendas, dude. You had 2 new AAA first-party exclusives in a year and change. Like a year and a half since this gen started. You've had 2. And you're gonna tell me that's the reason? That's why we're gonna kill PlayStation Plus Premium? Because first-party exclusives aren't day one? That's really been supporting Game Pass. That's really been the thing that's been keeping Game Pass amazing. This generation, based almost a year and a half, you've had 2 new, actual day one, first party AAA exclusives. You've had 2. One of them was average, yet somehow got an 87 Metacritic with Halo. The other is a good, arcade racer. You had 2, and that's the reason. That's the reason we're going to kill PlayStation Plus Premium. You had fucking 2. No, Game Pass exists, survives, and thrives, potentially, because of old games. Mass Effect Legendary was a big deal to people. Way after launch that came out. Guardians of the Galaxy, almost a year after launch that came out. That's great. That's still great. And it's in that less than a year window, but it ain't day one, motherfucker. It ain't month 3. We're talking almost a year. It's still good, but slow down the roll on the hyperbole. Let's be real and honest about it here. Old games are how Game Pass thrives. Oh, they got the whole library, yeah, of old games. The whole Xbox One library, all not even true, because Forza Motorsport isn't on there. There's probably other things as well. I really wanted to play Forza Motorsport. I haven't really played any of those. To compare it to Gran Turismo, it's not even on there. And I don't know, probably because they want people to play Forza Horizon, because it has microtransactions, I guess. I don't know. But it's all old shit, man. Microsoft doesn't put out games. They don't put out new games. Hardly. Like, they put out 2 AAA exclusives in a year and a half. 2. Sony did that in 1 month. They matched that in a month. In 2 weeks, a 2-week span, they matched that. With Forbidden West and Gran Turismo. And of course they had the fucking Uncharted Legacy of Thieves collection a few weeks prior, and they had Sifu, and then they had Anno, Mutation M, and they had Ghostwire, which, yeah, it's Microsoft, but whatever, that shit's on PlayStation for a year exclusive, like, fuck out of here, dude. And Babylon, which is terrible, but still, like, just basically, in a month span, PlayStation put out more high-end exclusives than a year and a half of Xbox. Like, it is what it is. They just don't put out new games. Like, it's gonna change. They're gonna have to, of course, because they have so many studios, but they haven't done it yet. But they get all this hype for the studios. Like, they haven't done it yet. Don't hype what's on paper, man. Hype reality. It's a problem with people, bro. That's what they've been doing for years. For years. Just hyping bullshit. Hyping what's on paper. Hyping the future. Come on, man. It's bull, man. It's bull. Nobody cares about reality anymore. Nobody cares about real time. They just care about propaganda. They care about headlines. They care about Twitter. And all that stuff's fun and great. And it's exciting to have drama and to talk about the industry and have social media. And it's almost more exciting than the actual games. But it's still not. It's still about the games. That's the most important thing. That's why we do it. So, you know, that has to take precedent over all the drama and the circus surrounding it. That's all very fun, I agree, but the games are still the most important thing. That's what it's all about. The product, the reality, what's here now. People lose sight of that, and they have lost sight of it. It's like, the thing that dominates the conversation now is just headlines. That's it. Whereas the actual games, like, the actual product, it takes a back seat. And that to me is wild. When all the propaganda surrounding the product becomes more important than the actual product, you have a problem. And that's what it is in the gaming industry. When Sony can have a month and a half span, which is one of the greatest release schedules in the history of gaming, which has just happened recently with Uncharted, Sifu, Horizon, Gran Turismo, Ghostwire, all these games in like a month and a half span. And the PlayStation gets outsold by Xbox, who hasn't done anything in 4 months. They haven't even made announcements. They haven't even had any showcases. We have a problem, and I know it's based on supply, based on lack of semiconductors, hurting PlayStation because they don't have a toy version of the PS5. They've got 2 versions. One has a disc drive, one doesn't. Microsoft has a toy version of the Xbox Series. Yes, it's a toy. You know, it has a weak-ass GPU. It has weak-ass RAM. GPUs are fucking hard to come by because of the semiconductors. It makes a difference. It's got to be a lot easier to get the GPUs that are in the Series S than it is that are in the PS5 and Series X. Like, it's just a fact. That's why they can produce more Series S. Plus, like, I don't think they sold that great originally because they suck. So they probably had a lot of extra stock. And now they're selling. you know, and they can produce them easier. Since it's hard to find the Series X, but you can find it, and it's almost damn near impossible to find a PS5, people are like, fuck it, I'll just get a Series S. That's why it outsold, but it's still embarrassing. Still embarrassing. That in one of the greatest release months of all time, a platform gets outsold by its competitor who's doing almost nothing. Like, it's an indictment on the industry. And it shows that people don't care. They don't care about reality. They don't care about the product anymore. Even if it does come down to the semiconductor issue, it's like, why? Like, why would you still, why get a Series S? Like, still why, dude? You can play that shit on PC. You can play that shit on Xbox One. Like, why? I just don't understand it. And I sound like a fucking hypocrite because I bought one. But my situation is different. Much different. I need to know what's going on in gaming. I need to know the quality of these games that are coming out on Xbox that are getting this praise. I need to know what the quality is. Plus, I want to play some of the indies and shit, you know? Plus, I fucking have played Xbox my whole life. The original Xbox. Fable and Darkwatch and all these things. Playing Fable right when it came out, man. I didn't play no Fable. What was it called? The remaster, even though it wasn't really a remaster. Fable Anniversary Edition? No. I have that downloaded. I will play it, but no, I played Fable when it came out, baby. Day one. On the original Xbox. Fable 2 on the Xbox 360. Standing in line in the rain to get myself an Xbox 360 on day one. Playing Cameo immediately. Playing Condemned and playing Call of Duty 2 and other shit. Playing Gears of War when it came out. I fuck with gaming, so I fuck with Xbox, but I didn't fuck with the Xbox One really because I had to draw a line. Like I get products that I want that appeal to me. The Xbox One did not appeal to me. It was a $500 console that was much weaker than the competition, and that actually showed in the output. Like, it wasn't like, well, on the Xbox One, you had a multi-platform Call of Duty, for example, on the Xbox One had a better frame rate on the Xbox One, but better resolution on the PS. No, it was a dramatic drop on the Xbox One. Like, games were 1080p to 720p. Same frame rate. And this is based on pure specs, you know. And then you try to force bundle a Kinect in there and charge $500, and you got no fucking games that I want. You could walk with that shit, man. They didn't produce one single game last generation that I desperately wanted to play. And the only thing close to that was Sunset Overdrive, simply because it was Insomniac. And even with that game, it was probably I was going to say the Insomniac game that I was least interested to play, but that's not true necessarily because of Fuse, which I did buy and play that, and it was mediocre. But this is probably the second least interested I've been in an Insomniac game. And then I played it, and it was disappointing. Had some strengths, a lot of weaknesses. They didn't make shit I really wanted to play last generation. They didn't have a Horizon Zero Dawn. They didn't fucking have a God of War 2018 or a Bloodborne even. They didn't have shit that I was like, God damn, I need to play that. They didn't have a Ghost of Tsushima. They didn't. To me, they just didn't. The whole generation, they didn't have one of those games where I was like, this shit looks fucking awesome. I need to play this. Quantum Break, like, maybe, I guess. Fucking Halo, I haven't liked Halo in a long time. Halo 5, people were down on it. Gears 4 looked terrible. Gears 5 looked pretty good. There's nothing on the Xbox One. Not one game, man, that I was like, I have to play this shit. Maybe the closest thing was inside, because we were made to believe that was like gonna have real exclusivity. That was a Xbox exclusive. A few months later, it comes out on PlayStation. I was jealous of that game though when it came out. I was like, "Fuck, that was so good." Damn, I want to play that. I didn't have an Xbox One. I was like, "Fuck, I want to play that shit." And the game wasn't as good as I thought it was gonna be. It's really good, really beautiful art. Very, very good, very cool game. But it wasn't. I never finished it. It's like a 3-hour game. I never finished it. So that tells you enough. Maybe Cuphead, which is even worse. I was so big on Cuphead and so jealous of that game. And then once I finally played it, I was like, this game sucks. Like, Inside is at least good. Cuphead is all art style. There's no substance. Like, it's all art. Maybe the best art style of any game last generation. Fucking mind-blowing, incredible. The talent and the execution and the vision with that fucking art style. To do what, 1940s, whatever style cartoons, put that into a game and do it fucking really well. They did it so fucking good, the art style in Cuphead. Oh my god. I'm not surprised it spawned a successful show and wildly successful merchandise on a game that's not very good, because the art style was so good. Cuphead's just not that good. Like, it's just not that good. Was it 89 Metacritic? It was like damn near 90, something like that. It's just not that good a game. Like, it's okay. It's alright. Pure gameplay wise, it's okay. It's alright. It's a hard, I don't even know what to call it, boss rush kind of platformer thing. It's just not that good. Like, the controls are okay. The gameplay has no depth. It's just hard bosses. Like, even the actual combat design isn't that good. Like, you've got a dash, and you shoot out whatever projectile that you shoot out. It's like cheesily done. It's not that good. It's not that well done. What is well done is the art style and the animations of the bosses. Like, they knocked that out the box. The art style, the visual, the presentation, oh my god, just amazing. And that does count. Like, people want to say graphics don't matter. Fuck out of here. Graphics matter. Visuals matter. Presentation matters. It all matters. It's all part of the fucking soup. You can't say that when a game you like has bad graphics and presentation and visuals just just to protect that game. Of course graphics matter. Of course presentation matters. It's all part of the soup, man. It's all part of what makes the product, you know? It's so asinine and ignorant and just very little league to say visuals don't matter, graphics don't matter, presentation doesn't matter. Of course it matters. Of course it does. Otherwise, we would just be sticks. All the characters would be sticks. You know why they focus on presentation? Because it adds to immersion. You know why immersion matters? It's why we fucking play the game. It improves enjoyment. It gets you more involved when it seems more real. Why do you think they focus on tech and graphics and improving these things? Lighting and character models, polygon counts going up exponentially. If it didn't matter, they wouldn't do that. We'd still be playing fucking Pong. Literally, like, if it was all gameplay, it would just, everything would be Pong, everything would be Tetris, everything would be Pac-Man. They nailed the gameplay. Simple, works, no reason to change it. Presentation didn't matter, really. That was then. This is now. We want the whole enchilada, baby. I want it all. I want graphics and I want gameplay. I want everything. It's a lot to ask for. I want it all. And there's no reason why we can't have it. Like with Elden Ring, it's like, oh, graphics don't. Yeah, the graphics fucking matter. Elden Ring is not a pretty next-gen, cross-gen, next-gen, new AAA game. It's just not. The animations, the fucking character models, the graphics, it's not pretty. At best, you could say it's average. And that's pushing it. Because it's not average. you're playing that shit on PS5 or Series X or I don't know what it looks like on PC, but it does not hold up to a new next gen game. Like it doesn't. Even multi-platform. Like totally different style games, but still open world game. Like look at Assassin's Creed. That's a real legitimate AAA open world game. Next gen, cross gen, came out at launch. Like the new one, Valhalla, newest. Compare the production, compare the visuals, compare the graphics. I know they're totally different, but both open world, so it's relevant. No, it doesn't hold up. Elden Ring is ugly. At times, there's some beauty in the art style, and some of the things technically are improved, and at times they can look decent, like with the armor and shit. But overall, no, not a pretty game. It's an ugly game, and that makes a difference. And I don't give a fuck. It makes a difference. Like Mortal Shell is a very good looking, made by a tiny team called Symmetry on Unreal Engine 4. Very good looking Souls-like. It's limited in the size, and it was only a $30 game at launch. Some things are limited, but some of the things are very, very good in that game. And the visuals are excellent, on PS5 at least. And that adds to the experience. If that game looked like Demon's Souls 2009, or Dark Souls 1, not the remake, yeah, it wouldn't be as enjoyable. If the animations were shitty, they were, from software quality, from back in the day, yeah, that would be bad. That would hurt the experience. You tell me Horizon Forbidden West looked like Just Cause. Looked like Just Cause 3. You tell me it would be as enjoyable an experience. You tell me if the animations, the machine animations were horrible, that it would, and it looked bad visually, like, yeah, it'd still be great. No. Nope. It all adds to it. People make excuses for these games, and Cuphead looks fucking amazing, but it doesn't feel that good. Like, it does what it needs to do, but the gameplay is very rudimentary. It's very, very simple and rudimentary stuff. I like when they switch it up. Like, they have those levels that are just platforming mainly, and the camera's pulled back, kind of like side-scrolling levels. That's cool. It switches it up, but even that is just so simplistic, man. It's simpleton gameplay design, like just basic shit, man. I'm telling you what, if Cuphead did not have an amazing art style, that game would be like a 6 out of 10. Maybe a 6.5 out of 10 type of deal. 7 at tops. Like, it ain't that good. It's the art style. And I know that adds to the whole thing. So it does elevate it, but still, that shit was like a 90 Metacritic when it came out. Get out of here with that. I was jealous as fuck, and then I played it, and I was like, damn, I didn't need to be jealous. Fucking art is amazing, but I only got like 7% trophies in that shit, because I didn't really like it. This is like a boss rush game with amazing presentation and very average gameplay. I liked something like, God, I can't think of the name. The Game Bakers. That one word. It was a boss rush game. God, we got it on PS Plus. Forget, but I even like that better. Totally forget the name of it. We even have free avatars for it on PlayStation, but nah, man. And you could take something with simplistic gameplay like Enter the Gungeon, but they had so many more elements that made it desirable to me. Like, it had the difficulty created an addictive loop to me. The synergies and the upgrades that you got and the gear you would unlock created a very addictive loop. And the style was great in that game too, man. The game had great style in a different way, not so much in the visuals, but in the world. Like, it had such cool lore and such a unique world. And the guns were the greatest variety of weapons ever in a video game, period. I know it's a dinky little indie game, but it's just amazing, man. All the inspiration they took, like the duck hunt gun and fucking Super Mario gun that shoots turtle shells and fucking guns that shoot out sharks and all types of shit. Like it, a lot of secrets. Like there was just more there. Cuphead was just like boss rush, great presentation, average gameplay. Love this, and I didn't. I just didn't. But it is what it is. What can you do? What can you do? Boy, I really killed this whole fucking, I really killed this stream. Ain't nobody gonna watch this. Ain't nobody gonna just sit here and listen to me, speak, pontificate, even after the fact. I wonder how few views, probably gonna get single digits. And if anyone does view, they're probably gonna turn right off when I start ranting. I don't give a fuck. I believe in everything I say. I think if you listen to it all, you'll be more well informed. And you can say fanboy, whatever, dispute the facts. Dispute the facts, man. Maybe it all fits my narrative because it's true. I don't want that to be the case. Give me a recent PlayStation game that I can say is overrated. I'll love it. That has all love and no virtually hardly any negativity, like I've seen with many other games recently. Give me that. Give me that. Give me that, and I won't have to rant. We haven't been having that because there's a problem. There's a problem in the industry right now, and it's real. And there's targeting going on, and there is an agenda, man. They're trying to bury PlayStation right now, and it sucks because the product is awesome. The product has not changed negatively at all. The product has been amazing consistently for years and years, probably for about a decade. For over a decade. I'd say since 09, the product has been phenomenal. Probably since about 09, when you had Uncharted 2, God of War, Uncharted 3, The Last of Us, and then PS4 was great, and PS5 has been great, even though some people say it hasn't. It's fucking smoking crack, dude. It's been exceeded expectations almost everywhere. But, the product's been amazing. Like, that's why I like it. The product's been great. Once the product is not great, then I'll be honest and realistic about it. But, like, I'm not fitting to kill PlayStation when the product, in my opinion, is still amazing. But if people want to kill PlayStation, they're going to. The product will no longer be amazing. And then all of these hopes and dreams people have will actually be legitimized. All of the propaganda they're spreading will actually be real. It's not at this point. The product is amazing. It's been amazing. It's been consistently excellent. It's one of the few platforms that consistently exceeds expectations. Whether it's, the specs, the PS5 specs are low, it's going to get blown out of the water. Nope. It exceeded expectations with the specs. The DualSense is a gimmick. Nope. The DualSense has met or exceeded expectations. The SSD is a gimmick. Nope. You can argue that, but it's faster and cheaper than the Xbox SSD, and we've already had implementation like Ratchet & Clank, and even in games like Miles Morales at launch, Demon's Souls at launch, Returnal, like, they're proving it, man. They're fucking proving it. It's all met or exceeded, even the Tempest engine. And I know it's a hard thing for people to understand because it wasn't even supported on anything but certain headsets at launch. Now it's on everything, but 3D audio is still tough for people to detect it, you know? It's tough, so I understand that. But if you have even just a decent headset, even a fucking Platinum or a Arctis, you know, or even a 3D Pulse, you should be able to tell. You should be able to tell, man. If you're playing Returnal, or even Forbidden West, and you can't tell, you're either not paying attention enough, or you don't game enough. In my opinion, the 3D audio has exceeded expectations, but I would say at least met. Way more games that are more heavily supported with 3D and spatial audio, with more significant implementation on PlayStation. Every first-party game that comes out is like got impressive fucking 3D audio. It feels like, you know, from fucking Demon's Souls to fucking Returnal to fucking Forbidden West, baby. These games, they sound so good. Even Uncharted Legacy of Thieves wasn't super spatial, the audio, but just the quality just so amazing. And that's Naughty Dog for you. But Like, how you gonna play Demon Souls, Returnal, and Forbidden West and tell me that, nah, 3D audio is a gimmick? Like, I don't know, man. I can tell. I think PlayStation has exceeded expectations virtually everywhere this generation. Product is still amazing. You know, it's like, I'm not gonna kill the fucking company because you don't like Jim Ryan. Like, the product's still fucking awesome. I'm gonna be on their dick. Like, I'm sorry. I'm still loving it. You're not gonna kill my current excitement about reality because of fear mongering over service games or over $10 increases, which are actually kind of justified if you think about it, unfortunately, or microtransactions. No, you're not gonna do that. You're not gonna do that, man. You're not gonna change what reality is. Reality is, this product is phenomenal. It's been phenomenal. We're not having 6 month, 8 month, even 4 month massive dry spells constantly like we have on Xbox. No, we're not doing that. We're not having to have a service carry the platform because there's no fucking games. Because the controller is the same shit. Because the features are disappointing. No. We're not going to do that. We're not going to do that and then twist things and say, oh, it's all about day one exclusive first party. And then you've only had 2 in a year and a half. Like, we're not going to lie and twist things like that. We're just not going to do that, man. You're not going to scare me into disliking a product that I like. And I know some people have been. The Diegos of the world, definitely. They've been scared into thinking that they don't like a product that they actually like because of the propaganda. And it's sad. Motherfucker did not buy Forbidden West after loving Horizon Zero Dawn. That motherfucker is not going to buy God of War Ragnarok after loving, just after God of War 2018. Like, I don't even have to say anything. The game is amazing. It is. I think it was the best game last generation. But it's like, how are you gonna do that? How are you gonna not buy those when you got a PS5 and you love the previous games? Because Jim Ryan's a meanie? Because put some games on PC because people like to spread propaganda about a boogeyman. Nah, man, fuck out of here, dude. You're not gonna change my opinion of what is reality. You're not gonna make me think reality is something other than what it actually is, reality, because you're trying to scare me about the future. Nah, it's been the same pony show for years, man, in different camps. With Xbox, it was always the future, good. Wait for the future. Wait for DX12. Wait for Cloud Destruction. Wait for Scorpio. Wait until these studios start producing. Wait until E3. Wait till the greatest games lineup. Wait until next year. It's what it's been, man, for over a decade on Xbox. It's always just some propaganda about the future. And then with PlayStation, now it's the same thing, but it's the antithesis is in terms of what they're saying. They're saying the future, yes, but negative. Hate PlayStation because the future is going to be negative because service games, because Jim Ryan, $10 increase. I don't even know. Like, what else could they even say? So they're trying to sell you on the future being horrible. That's why you should hate the present. But with Xbox, they're trying to sell you on the future being great, even though the present is terrible. And it's the same thing, man. And it's been that way for years, and idiots fall for it over and over again. And it's sad. It's sad, man. Nobody wants to actually focus on what's here in their lap. Nobody wants to actually focus on the present, on what is reality. Everybody wants to focus the future because it's unknown. It's their agenda. They can create narratives. They can manufacture whatever they want. It is unknown. You can make it whatever you want. You can create this fictional depiction of it and twist people to whatever you're trying to sell. Whatever you're trying to sell. PlayStation bad. Even though in the present it's great, PlayStation is bad because in the future it's going to be bad because Jim Ryan and PC and service games. Xbox, they haven't done a lot, but oh my god, dude, the future. Game Pass and the future and all these studios they have, and just wait till E3 and DX12. Oh wait, that already happened. Yeah. So even though they haven't done much in the present, oh, Xbox good because the future. Fuck out of here, dude. Let's stick to the facts, kids. Let's stick to reality here. Let's stick to what's going on. Let's stick to the quality of the product that is currently in your hands and the consistency of that. Let's stick to that. Talk to me. Talk to me about how PlayStation Premium Plus is terrible because no new day one AAA first party. Yet you've only had 2 in the past year and a half on Xbox, Forza and Halo. Flight Simulator was not day one. That was a year-old port. Same thing with that Gears of War XCOM ripoff. No. You've had 2. Let's stick to fucking reality. Let's stick to facts here. That's not what makes Game Pass relevant. What makes Game Pass relevant is old games. Why are they talking about Game Pass? Mostly, why have they been? Guardians of the Galaxy. That wasn't new. Mass Effect created a lot of hype. Mass Effect Legendary created more hype than Rainbow Six Extraction. Because Rainbow Six Extraction's crap. Or average, mediocre. It's old games, which is driving people. It's old games. It's the catalog. You got almost all the exclusives that Xbox has. Not all of them, but a lot of them. Because it's the library of games. It's the catalog, man. It's the old games. It's the old games that's driving Game Pass. Like, people want to push these narratives like, oh, no day one AAA exclusives. Like, you've really been getting that many on Xbox? Like, you've had 2 in a year and a half. And that's the thing driving you. Literally, you could have bought those 2 games outright and spent less money than a year of Game Pass Ultimate, unless you finagle the system. But $180 for a year of Game Pass Ultimate MSRP. You can get those 2 games combined in $120. You've had 2. Like, cut the shit, man. Let's stick to facts, baby. Stop living in the future because the present is bad. That's why you do it. You live in the future because the present is bad or the present is good and it goes against the platform that you like. Let's live in reality, folks. Let's live in fucking reality. It's sad, man. And people fall for it. And they've been falling for it. It's the only reason the Xbox One wasn't Wii U levels of commercial failure. Because they fell for it, man. And also 2 games. PUBG exclusivity and the horrendously disgusting underhanded backdoor deal at the last second for Tomb Raider. Those 2 things helped save the Xbox brand. They kept it floating until backwards compatibility, Scorpio, and Game Pass took over the narrative. And what you'll find with all of these things in common, none of them are brand new games. All of this has been a diversion because Xbox has bad games. They don't consistently have good games. Everything Microsoft has done has been a diversion from the fact that Microsoft can't compete in terms of games. And what do we play? We play for the games. It's all about the games. You can boast studios and teraflops, but I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck what's on paper. Like, it's fun to speculate for the future, but when it's actually here, I care about reality. I care about what's here, what's reality. I don't care about a 12 teraflop or a 10 teraflop. When the performance has been basically even, you can cite a game here, a game there. It happens on both sides. That's what I care about. I care about reality. You can talk about how many studios you have, but when PlayStation actually has a launch lineup for the PS5, and Microsoft has absolute dick trying to brag about a free-to-play, timed free-to-play game like Enlisted, and a game garbage, Bright Memory, like this is your launch lineup. When you got a fucking Spider-Man game, you got a fucking 92 Metacritic Souls game, you got a fucking Little Big Planet spin-off, like, you got all this shit, and you're gonna tell me Bright Memory and Enlisted, and we got the port, the year-old port of a XCOM ripoff mobile style Gears of War. Come on, man. We got like a month or 2 of next-gen exclusivity on a Yakuza. Man, come on. Come on, bro. It's all a diversion because they don't have good new games. And it has been that, and it still is that, even with all the studios, because they haven't produced yet. They will, eventually. Eventually they will, and it'll be a battle. It'll actually be a real and fair battle. I'm not going to not talking about sales or anything. I'm talking about in terms of quality, in terms of consistent quality game output. It'll be a battle eventually. It'll be a battle, but it's not that yet. It's not that yet. And people are trying to act like it is, so it's a problem. It's a real problem. It's the only reason people talk about the future so much. The only reason, because in the present, it doesn't meet their narrative. It doesn't fit their narrative, what's happening in the present. And you can talk about Game Pass, but you're not going to tell me that a service that thrives on old games is the thing that makes the platform. No, it's new games. It's new games. That's what makes a platform. That's the number one thing. New games, then performance and features, and then other aspects, other elements like backwards compatibility, things like that. But yeah, it's twisted, man. The industry's twisted. People are smoking crack. I'm gonna cut this stream right now, and I'll probably jump back on and actually game for a bit.